Around 2015, LaRue took the military sniper competitions by storm. You see, the SF guys, especially SF snipers, are extremely competitive. So once word get out that those rifles give them the edge over M110s, they took the military competitions by storm. Some of those people took that even one step further, and those rifles, or at least the upper portions of them, traveled with those dudes overseas and played a role during the combat deployments. From what I heard, those rifles were extremely accurate and delivered tons of good hits down the range. So what was the secret ingredient inside the LaRue PredatOBR, which people like it so much? It was a rifle precision. Out of the box, the LaRue PredatOBR was extremely precise, and I gotta tell you guys, it was outshooting at that time M110s. It's not even a question. I have seen it with my own eyes. Now, how good that precision is? Well, my LaRue PredatOBR is old, right now 7-8 years, pushing thousands and thousands of rounds down the pipe, and the last year I still managed to win with it a 2024 Modern Sniper Championship match Steel Edition. Me and my partner, we wiped the floor with the competition. So yes, those rifles truly can shoot. PredatOBR was also loaded with tons of mini features, which just making it a better rifle. For example, this mode switch, too easily to switch between suppressed and unsuppressed. All you have to do is push the tip of the switch with the round and you can flip it between the modes. At the rear end, operator could change and put any kind of stock they wanted without the use of any tools or asking the armorer for help. This is in contrast to M110. Yes, you could do that, but you needed some tools. You need to change the buffer tube and things like this. So it is much harder on the M110. Also, the LaRue trigger truly is out of the box very, very good trigger, and I think it is better than on M110. Finally, we do have an ease of maintenance because with turn of these like two side switches, you can flip them and pull the whole handguard out to gain an access to the barrel and some components here. So it was easier to maintain, and the guys were running the rifle with different type of cans. Again, that was easier done versus the M110. So all these little steps or extras, I would say, play the role as well why the PredatOBR was being used by the SF guys. Today you can still buy a LaRue PredatOBR, but rifle thus faces rather stiff competition on the market. Plenty of options to choose from. That being said, I want to acknowledge the Mark LaRue's role in pushing the needle in accuracy and the precision department for the big frame AR-10s. PredatOBR for sure helped to persuade the opinion for many people, and it was proving that it could give a good run for the money for the traditional bolt action sniper rifles. So yes, there may be a lot of options on the market to choose from if you're looking for the large frame AR-10 precision rifle, but if you want to have the clone of what was used during the global war on terror by the SF guys, there is only one LaRue PredatOBR to buy. We got screwed a little bit by wind at 700, so left to right, but on plate. Let's talk about quickly about the setup on this rifle. Right on the top, weapon mounted laser rangefinder, fire 4000. This is the one with the applied ballistics software running in it. Fantastic tool. This thing sits on the top of the Condition 1 Badger Ordnance dive board, and those optic mounts again are fantastic, highly recommended. Inside the optic mount I do have Element Optics TEOS scope. Quality of the glass and turrets is absolutely jaw-dropping. I was taken completely by surprise when I started using this scope. This is a very good scope. We'll talk about this scope during the other video because it deserves the special episode. Just below the scope I placed SG pulse. This is my electronic basically level. On my precision guns, I always run the level. This is a good tool to have. At the very end of the rifle, I do have a B5 Systems precision stock with my custom-made back rider at the bottom. Moving forward, I have from the Stoic Solutions back rider for barricades, obstacles, rocks and things like this. I like to have something like that back on my rifle because very often there is not enough time to deploy the tripod or use the bipod. The bipod is very difficult to use in the terrain which I am in, and sometimes you just have to take the shots from the fallen trees, rocks and things like this, and those bags are fantastic. They work really well in the situations like this. Moving forward, I have the standard Harris bipod. Not much to it. I just like to keep using them. They work very well in the basic situations. The truth is, in vegetation and the area where I am, you are most likely going to shoot from the tripods or off the obstacles. Bipod is pretty much only used at the range and that's it. And finally, at the front end, I do have a Hawksworks 762 Ti flow can, which jellies very well with the whole system. Please let me know underneath of the video in the comments if you have any questions. If you have enjoyed that video or not, let me know. Alright, and I will see you in the next video soon. Thank you for watching.